The music and the performance and the fashion are one. I don't separate my art from my life. It is one whole thing.
Hi, Patrick.
Hi, Tom.
I'm Tom.
And I'm Patrick, and this is Chewing on Pearls, the show where we dissect and decipher Lady Gaga's chameleonic career and its impact, one pearl at a time.
So we're back. And before we get into today's episode, we wanted to wish you a very happy new year. And thank you for supporting Chewing on Pearls this past year. In 2025, we put on 2 fabulous parties, expanded our listenership, dutifully reported on Gaga's triumphant year. It's been very rewarding for us both to create the show, and we're excited for the year ahead. So stay tuned for more from us, and let's dive right in.
So, on Christmas Eve, Mother Monster gifted the world with the release of Harlequin Live, One Night Only, a secret concert shot at the Belasco Theater in downtown Los Angeles on September 30th, 2024. The film premiered at the Grammy Museum's Clive Davis Theater on December 18th, which Gaga attended and sat down with Variety for a Q&A in which Gaga shared the following about the project and its release. It's kind of a rebellious project, and by Harlequin standards, Christmas is the perfect time to release something rebellious. We knew.
Yeah,
We've been saying
we knew. Everyone has been reaching out to us to be like, you predicted this. I don't think it was like a profound prediction, but yeah.
No. It's like if you're paying attention.
Yes, it makes sense.
It slides right into place.
She went on to say, what's so interesting is I was meant to do that performance as 3 songs as just kind of a celebration after the premiere of Joker. A couple days before, Michael and I were like, what? We're just going to do the whole album. I had just filmed a Disease video a couple weeks before, and I just loved working with Marcel Rev, who was the director of photography on Disease. He's this incredible artist, and he gets right in there. So after doing Disease, we thought, what if we worked with him on this? And once everything came together with the production design, it really came together because of the album art that we shot in Las Vegas while we were there finishing the record, where it was all shot in this dingy apartment. And when I met with the guys that I made the record with, some of them 20 years ago, I was living in a dingy apartment on the Lower East Side. That's where I had all my crazy ideas about anything. So that's how the emotional and raw quality of what we made its way into this performance. Beautifully said, Gaga. Thank you.
The set dressing is phenomenal.
Oh, yeah. I have so much to say about like the visual quality of this work as we proceed. But, we've kind of talked at length about, maybe not at length, honestly, but like we've touched on the Harlequin like album art and photo shoot in our LG 6.5 episode, in our Revisiting Harlequin episode. And this is just an extension of that. So it's really great.
Let's break down the credits real quick. So this is a Morning View production. So I'm like, is that Gaga and Michael together?
I don't know.
Production studio or something?
I know this is a big question mark because I tried to Google it and like a few things come up. And it does kind of make me feel like it is them.
Yeah.
Like
like a joint thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Created by Lady Gaga, executive produced by Lady Gaga and Michael Polanski.
Creative direction, Lady Gaga, Michael Polanski, MTLA Studio, directed by MTLA Studio. As previously mentioned, the director of photography was Marcel Rev. And the musical direction was Lady Gaga, Brian Newman, Tim Stewart, and Alex Smith.
The usual suspects.
Yeah, the usual suspects.
The gang's all here.
Absolutely. Fashion credits, head over to La Maison Gaga to get all of those details.
Yes,
as
in a very
usual.
beautifully written Harlequin-esque.
I know.
I was like, ooh.
She gets flowery
I was like,
with it sometimes.
cute.
Miss Maison.
Yes. Love her work.
Can get poetic with it at times, and that's always very enjoyable.
Yes.
Styling was done by Chloe and Chanel Delgadillo with assistance by Alex Bullock and Justin Ramirez. They did Die with a Smile, the Harlequin visuals, her SNL performance, and some of that kind of mayhem-y stuff.
Like early mayhem, yeah.
Yeah.
Killing it.
Yeah, totally.
So good. It's so fucking good.
It's the fashion is like, we'll get into it, but the fashion is so playful, and that's so fun.
It's perfect.
Yeah, we'll get into it.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna get into it.
Yeah, I guess so.
We're like so excited. We're paralyzed.
I know, and honestly, it's like a hard thing to talk about. Not hard because we're gonna talk, but it's like, I don't have many notes besides gag it. Like, she gagged me. Like,
yeah.
It's not like, I mean, I can like definitely, I have some thoughts and opinions, of course, but like this, before we dive in, we both are feeling very much like this is one of the best things Gaga's ever done.
Yeah. For full context, we went out into World last night, and in a moment of exasperation after dance floor sweating, we're over by the ice machine in the mop closet, and I just pulled Tom aside, and I'm like, Tom, it's the best thing she's ever done.
Yeah, I got scared. I was like, what are you going to tell me right now?
Yeah. And he was like, yeah. Actually, the first thing you said, you were like, the best thing she's ever done?
Yeah, I was like,
yeah. You went for like a second. You were
so the film is divided into acts following the Harlequin tracklist order and punctuated by inner titles harkening back to the silent film era. And when you press play on this special that's like 51 minutes, it, jumps right in. It's like the title cards and, credits and stuff at the top with shots of the interior. I'm calling it the interior, but it's the stage that looks like the interior of an apartment.
It's the interior of an apartment.
Yeah. And then the show begins. The performance begins with Good Morning. And, the way that it's shot, you're kind of seeing the curtain closed. But if you were in the Belasco Theater, you would see the barbershop quartet. And then Gaga starts singing, and then she pops her head through the curtain, and the crowd goes wild, to be honest.
And she looks cuckoo bananas.
Cuckoo. She's grinning like a little kid.
The beauty is in cred.
Yes.
It's this perfect sweet spot between like the Harlequin kind of very bare and the drama of Joker, and kind of like what's to come with early mayhem.
Yeah. And this is a controversial term, but people who are familiar with fashion and beauty and all that stuff will know that you know what I mean when I say this, but like this heroin chic kind of
totally
finish to the skin even. And like, we talk a lot about Gaga being a chameleon, and there are times when her eyes are so light and bright, and here they're very dark, like the color of her actual eye, and she kind of has this like gray bronzy, like not glossy, but like shimmery eye that looks like her eyelid is like oily. It's interesting, and like really, it's like beautiful, and also, I don't know, strung out, like you said. And
the wig,
girl. we have seen versions of this wig before,
but this is the wig.
This is the one.
This is the one. They landed right on it.
Yes, and the color is so beautiful. Like,
and the dark underneath, like the little like darker tone black pieces, and it's like that burgundy. It's oh my god! It's like the color that I dyed my hair the first time I dyed my hair.
Right.
Burgundy, like that red violet. Right. Gay under the sun in like the 2000s.
And it's kind of a color that we've not seen Gaga in I think.
Yeah, no, it's a newer iteration of like this idea that they were playing with. It's funny because there's a lot of different reds going on in the Harlequin era.
Totally. In terms of the hair color red, like it's everyone quality. You can think. Yeah, it's everyone you can think of. There's like clown nose red. And
literally. Well, and then in the set dressing, there's literally like a fuck ass clown red, like synthetic wig on a foam.
Totally.
Head, and just like on the floor.
Right.
Yeah. And it's like, she might have worn that.
Yeah.
Like she probably wore that during rehearsal.
Right. She was like, which do we do?
Yeah. Freddie, the beautiful like, Freddie
sister.
With like the shake and go. Yeah. And Freddie's like in the corner, like, I just built this. I like
strand
just
by
finished
strand.
Like sewing this together. Yeah.
Gaga is wearing this like 2-piece leather
contemporary fashion. Dior. Yeah, 2025. And it's interesting because there's like a lot of like medieval romanticism, whatever, in that collection and the kind of like the runway shows around that time. And it's fun to see her take something that's like contemporary, but put it in this lens that it feels like of the era.
Yeah.
It's like 30s does 60s does like it's like the 30s kind of clown vibe and then like the 60s 70s like medieval obsession vibe.
Yeah. And then it's leather.
Yeah.
I will say, I mean, if we're going to have to pull critiques out, because you know me with the fashion, I like to critique and I can be mean. This is easily my least favorite look in the thing.
Oh yeah. It's the least impressive.
I think it's something about the sock length for me.
Well, Gaga is so small.
Yeah, like it's something. It was weird about it to me.
She's in a flat, right?
She's in a flat,
this? Yeah.
And yeah, I think honestly, it's not even about. I guess it could be about the styling. I'm making it about the sock, but I think I just don't love the piece. But it's like kind of gorgeous against the barbershop quartet, who is in like the red and white striped classic look,
right, with the little hats.
Yeah, and their red is like a true crimson,
right.
And she's in this kind of like
oily burgundy,
and it kind of visually creates this contrast of like, like on the backdrop of this like barbershop quartet and this like classic thing, this is something different. Like it's already kind of like pushing that narrative. She's not wearing something that in any way like corresponds to the world that they are in.
She's unwell.
Right. She's strung out and she sounds great.
Oh, incredible.
And just kind of marching around in front of the curtain.
Doing her little moves.
And at one point she says, "You're listening to Harlequin radio."
So cute.
Like have a great time tonight, doing her classic little things there. And then we get the first like title card. It says like Act 1, not title card, act kind of delineation. And it says, "If a nice gal can lose, what's it matter if you win?" And it's interesting. Like I think it's interesting they decided to break it up this way in post. Like obviously she changes outfits. Like if you were in the Belasco Theater, she's like going away and coming back because she's changing. But like
and
they didn't
have visuals. Well, in the leaked set list, there are those interludes that like didn't make it to the. So it's like who knows if like something played or if they just like
because it doesn't seem like there's like a screen.
No, I think when it was like the Cramps interlude, it's like they covered the Cramps. Like you know what I mean?
While
like the band
changing.
played. Yeah.
Then she goes in to get happy. Well, actually, so then the curtain does open and we see.
Yes, as she's like, all you sinners gather around. And she's like, "We live in a world." And then the curtain like slides open as she finishes the word world. And I'm like, okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah, no. And it's just like enjoyable to see this kind of set dressing, as we spoke about, the dingy apartment, as Gaga said, the allusion to her life on the Lower East Side, the scene of the Marry the Night Cheerios crash out in this like 3-dimensional way.
Yeah.
It was really exciting to me to see
what I love about it is it's so flat. Like if you were in the room, it looks like it's so flat because of how deep it is.
Right.
It's like it's set like inset, and then there's like the ceiling that they built above with like the ceiling fans.
Yes, and it's like the rafters are like broken up and stuff.
Yeah, the blinds are like all fucked up in the corner. There's like the mattress, and the band is just there, like they would just be there.
Right.
And what I love about that too is like like Gaga said in the Q&A, like some of these people were there, you know, like
totally.
back in that apartment. Like,
yeah. And yeah, there's something about this venue and the stage and the way they did it that does make it feel like a diorama. But also because of the way that it's filmed, and I'll get into what I'm thinking a little later, but the filming lends some of that quality also to the visual, like that diorama quality. Like very much. I can't really describe it perfectly, but
it's like you're in the dollhouse.
Yes. Yeah. And then there are these shots that are like from higher up in the venue where it's like it almost looks like a floating box with like a room in it. It reminds me of like performance art or like or that Jenny Holzer, is that who it is with the bed? It's an installation artist with like the messy bed. No, she's the text artist.
Yeah, she's the text artist. Yeah.
But anyway, like it just reminds me so much of that. It feels like a demonstration in some ways over a concert, like a performance in like a more profound way than just performing music because of the set.
Totally. And that's where I think it's like when Gaga was like, oh, I'm going to do these 3 songs as some kind of like movie celebration promo. And then it turned into, actually, we're going to do the album and it's going to be like a show that I'm going to create and produce and we're going to film.
Right.
Because it definitely like, and I know we've barely scratched the surface, but it's like pretty clear from the jump. This has absolutely nothing to do with Joker. Like that's kind of like the reason, but like it is not like, this is not a folie à deux moment. Like, and I think it's like, there's something about this music and this character that like informed Gaga's first venture back into traditional vintage pop, jazz without Tony. And I think a lot of early criticism about Gaga singing like the quote, quote classics was that she was almost too gaudy and too flamboyant and too characterized. And it's almost like now this is the perfect avenue for her to take all of that like characterization. Like at a certain point, it felt like she was doing like Ella Fitzgerald drag, you know, like she was like trying to be.
There was a self-awareness about being the torch singer, the like,
Yeah. And it's like she's using Harlequin to kind of channel that kooky character energy, but also has all of the skill and refinement from like working with Tony.
Yeah.
And like really understanding this music and like learning it. And it's the perfect combination now where it's like, oh, she's not pretending to be anyone.
Right.
Like this is Lady Gaga. This isn't like Harlequin. This isn't Lee. This isn't like, it's like, this is actually Stephanie.
Yeah.
Who made Lady Gaga.
Yeah. It's the first time that we're seeing, I think why it feels so novel in some ways. And you said that it's the first time that she's doing this kind of music without Tony. And she talked about that recently in the Rolling Stone, My Life in 10 Songs thing too. But I think, it's like bringing the Gaga method to this kind of music for the first time, like in full force to me. The Gaga method, which is like, which is the intro of our show, which is that the music and the performance and the art and the fashion are not separate things. Like
it's one whole thing.
It's one whole thing. And I'm not saying that she didn't consider that when she was working with Tony. Well, I guess she did, but she also had to consider his legacy and like her place in that. Whereas here it's kind of like free reign. So just it's seeing Gaga do Lady, if you will. And I think that's interesting.
Yeah.
She starts
song
jumping
number 2
on the bed.
Yeah, I'm like, we've only talked about one song.
Yeah. Get happy.
Yeah, get happy. She's jumping on the bed. She's swinging around a feathered pillow. She's doing her little 30s moves, and then she does some 60s moves too later.
Yeah.
Like she has her little she does her little Charleston and like a little mashed potato thing.
Running in place. I'm like,
oh my God, the Looney Tunes run.
Yeah.
When she does, they rip through Get Happy and Win the Saints, and Ms. Doll makes an appearance for Win the Saints. And
doesn't
Gaga,
even make an appearance. She's holding that doll for the entire song.
she like holds it up like it's like she went hunting. She's like,
yeah.
It's like the guy with
because she wants the face to show.
Yeah. And she's like holding it and like like on. And she's swinging that thing and running in place.
Yeah. I love that she like plops down on the bed after Get Happy, and there's so many feathers in her hair. It like, honestly, I didn't really love the wig until after she like fucked it up a little bit. Like when she popped her head out of the curtain, I was like, it's fine. And then once it like lives a little bit and she's being crazy, it's
because
really
they
fierce.
know that she's about to thrash, so they're like, we gotta shellac this.
Right. Like it needs to look. They know it's gonna look fucked up, so it looks its best fucked up.
Fucked up. Yeah. It's like the pre-fuck up, fuck up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gaga goes off during Oh and the Saints too.
She sounds insane.
She sounds insane, and she's kind of like, once she gets off the bed, she's like, she's jumping up and down and getting the crowd to sort of jump and be insane with her.
Yeah. Variety was on it when they were like a one-woman mosh pit.
Totally.
She's all over the place.
Totally. And it's interesting to see, just like a little aside, the shots of the crowd. I kind of enjoyed what I felt was a bit of awkwardness.
Yeah.
Because it is music that people aren't really used to moving to in a concert setting like this, and so it was like fun to see some people kind of like standing there and like grinning, and some people are singing, and some people are like moshing, and some
like
people are dancing.
Off. Yeah.
So it was like an interesting kind of like all of the above type of situation with the type of fans and like music lovers that were there too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder, I mean, there are fans that say that was the best night of their life, but I like really wonder what the energy felt like in the crowd.
Yeah. Oh my God. Speaking of the crowd, in one of the wide shots, I forget when in the show it happens, but did you catch the little diva with the digital camera that pulled it out and like takes a shot? Because they obviously took everyone's like phones and cameras and stuff, and it's in there somewhere. I should try to find it for the carousel, but he like
we need to find that
I'm assuming
diva. We need to find that diva and get that picture.
They pop a camera out and go and take like one photo.
That would be me.
And like Michael Polanski immediately found that person.
Right,
they like geolocated that person. And like
using the ladygaga.com website technology.
Yes, the map, the voices of men.
Right.
Yeah.
So moving right along, Act 2 begins, and the title card says "Life is a beautiful thing," sorta. This was like, I have like 3 favorite moments, but this is one of my favorite moments, I think, in the whole thing.
Agreed. It's like transcendent in a way.
Yes, it actually brought me in a different, like, I thought the whole first act was incredible, but this changed something for me, which is that when Gaga is performing World on a String, she starts the second act with that song. We're like, for the first time, really like in the space and following her from like the quote unquote like backdoor balcony into the room. And this feels like it's more performed for the camera in a way that is like incredibly intimate. And the way she's singing, well, she's singing incredibly, but there's something very tender and close and intimate about it that like really brings you in as a viewer, for sure. And I was like enamored.
What I really enjoy about this entire concert is like we get to hear Gaga use her voice in ways that we don't always these days.
Right.
Like it's kind of a running joke, and we love her for this, but like she can't not belt. Like, yeah, that's kind of her default setting. So it's like, yeah, Act 1's incredible, but she's like a rock star. We know that. But then when she's like this kind of,
there's like restraint.
Yes.
There.
And it's just so considered and sensual and evocative.
Yeah. And I do want to say like props to the lighting team.
Incredible
lighting,
colors. Yeah.
Like really shapes this in
And
so
the
many
look.
ways. The look is insane.
This is my favorite thing she wears.
Insane.
She comes out and I'm like, oh, here we go. Yeah. She's in like a Vivienne Westwood situation. Pannier, giant like silver belt with a star.
Gauzy
fuck ass
socks.
hat.
Yeah.
Her little Tom Brown.
The scale of
Oxford-y shoe
everything
things.
is off. And
she's just
cool.
like, hello. Yeah. Like,
yeah. It's like the
like,
star
oh,
on the
yeah.
belt is giant. The shoes seem
Right.
tiny. The skirt is big and the hat's too small. Like
a tip
everything
tat.
is, yeah. A tip tat girl.
A tip tat girl. Hey, mistress.
She looks insane.
Miss
and I love
mistress.
It. Hey, mistress. This was the moment where mayhem did come through a little bit, but the look is absolutely insane.
It's my favorite.
And World on a String is amazing. I think I said in our revisiting Harlequin episode that it's one of my faves. And I think we talked about how she used it a lot during promo in like her Instagram stories and posts and stuff. And you can feel her care for this song really clearly.
She's like really proud of the treatment that they gave it and like the original arrangement. And I do think that it's notable that like, I know a lot of concert films have employed this, and like I know it was like buzzy when Bradley Cooper did it for A Star Is Born, kind of like shooting from behind and shooting on stage. And those shots are really beautiful throughout the whole special and really captivating. But what I also enjoy about this is like there is a sense that these people are on the stage and they don't really care that you see them. Like I feel like there's a lot of emphasis on like getting those shots and like being aware of like where the other camera is or like the person who's navigating. And what I really enjoyed about like the first act was like seeing the person on stage with the guy with the camera, like being like, okay, the piano player's here. Like there's this kind of like raw intimacy of like, they're just like doing the thing and making it in the moment. And obviously it's like considered, they know when and where, but it's not like so precise that it's, you know, it's like this cameraman is here at this time, blah, blah, blah. That's why some of the shots are so special because it's just like happening. Right.
She's doing her thing. And this camera person who she was so excited to work with again after Disease clearly knows how to work with a performer because they are.
And it's like letting her drive the boat.
Right. They're like responding to and sort of like dancing around her in an interesting way. A really like evocative and
it's
like
expertly
tender
done
way.
Yeah.
It's really, really well done. There's another title card, Welcome to the $1 Million Chicken Coop. And then Gaga gives her first speech.
Which is so cute.
Yes. She's just kind of like, hey, like if we were doing this in New York 15 years ago, people would think we're so cool. And we're doing it now and that's cool too.
Which I love.
Yeah.
And she's like not wrong. She's on the piano.
She like cracks a joke too. That's like, I don't have any friends up here though.
Right.
And then she like turns around and looks at Brian Newman and she's like, I'm just kidding, Newman. Like,
I'm just fucking with you.
It's very odd, but very silly.
Well, that's the thing is like, this is her in her like purest, rawest form.
I know.
Like, that's what it's like. This is the real girl.
Yeah.
Like the misunderstood lady.
Yeah. And she feels so safe up there.
I mean, she's commanding that stage.
I know. We need her on more small stages.
It's so great to watch her play to an audience this small. Like, when's the last time she's done that?
Girl, God knows.
Right.
15 years ago.
Right.
So then she goes into If My Friends Could See Me Now. And she's just like rolling around the piano for this one, I believe. Like on top
she does
of
her
it.
little Charleston moves and
and
she scats.
And that hat does not budge.
No, my God. She looks incredible.
Yeah.
She looks like a child.
No, yeah, totally.
Yeah.
It reminds me of kind of what I said when we did our Sound of Music episode a little bit too. Like there's something about it's like it's more intentional here.
Yes.
This kind of like ill-fittedness makes her look like a girl playing up in women's clothes.
Totally.
Playing dress up. And it's enjoyable and silly and after If My Friends Could See Me Now, she kind of alludes to this because she says, this next song makes me feel like a 9-year-old when I sing the beginning, or I sound like a 9-year-old.
9-year-old, yeah.
Because it's kind of like being at school and doing a recital, and it doesn't matter if you're good or not because you just love music.
Right. And then she's like, and then you grow up and master your craft and like hate yourself.
Yeah.
Then, yeah.
And she's like, just kidding.
Just kidding.
I'm like, are you? There was like a tone in it to me too that was just sort of like, and then you master your craft and like shit all over it, I think she said.
Yeah.
And thinking about like how that's like what some fans think.
Right.
Like, I wonder if that was where that was coming from too. Like a little bit of that, like, well, I get really good at this, but then when I'm not doing the thing that they want me to do, they think that I'm like shitting on my career by like making Harlequin was like a misstep or something. That's kind of what it made me think of.
Yeah. How dare people think that?
I know.
It's so wrong. But it's like, are you even paying attention?
Yeah. And it's the difference between like understanding this woman as like an artist versus like an entertainer, I guess.
Yeah.
And then she does That's Entertainment, fittingly.
Which is incredible.
Yeah.
It's like one of the centerpiece moments of the special. We both love this song. We love the lineage. She just eats it up. She
gets off the piano and she's like engaging the fans again. Like this is where it sort of turns back into like we're like getting the audience again a little bit more and like seeing her perform to them, right? As opposed to like deep set in the world of Harlequin in the apartment. She's just so crazy.
Yeah, she's chewing that scenery.
Yeah. And then like another personal like favorite, and I think everybody has been saying this, is the beginning of Act 3.
Yeah.
The title card says, if there are clouds in the sky, you'll get by. This was a movie.
It made me emotional.
It made her emotional.
Yeah.
She's like on the verge of tears. Do you want to paint a picture?
Yeah. So Gaga is in this, I don't know. I mean, another more contemporary moment, Simone Rocha, I think, this kind of like flouncy overdress that's like this pink gauzy gossamer vibe with like a tutu underneath. Yeah. It's like pink and red kind of contrast color. And she's got this like black ruffle and a string of pearls.
Hello. She was speaking to us.
She said, I heard you.
They edited those in post.
Yeah.
For us.
Yeah, totally. And the lighting is this kind of like...
so beautiful.
Yeah.
It's like coming
blues.
From directly above too. And it's kind of like it's a heavenly like greenish, bluish.
Yeah, this like whitey, greeny, bluey tinge. Yeah. And then there's some like warmer tones in there too. And she's lying on the mattress and she sings Smile, looking up the entire time. And the camera kind of swirls around her and it zooms in from a wide shot where, you know, we see Ryan on the floor with his trumpet and we see the TV that's playing the clip of Tony on the and, you know, she says, like, in the quote, she's like, oh, it's not a memorial or anything. But it's like,
this
you know,
is. Yeah.
It's like she's singing to Tony, for sure. Like,
up in heaven.
Yeah. She talked about how it's like one of his favorite songs. And, you know, she always loved to hear him sing it. And yeah, it's a very special moment. And again, we get to hear her use her voice in like such a controlled, restraint, beautiful, touching, moving way. Not that when her voice is like elastic and strong and bombastic, it's not evocative of feelings and makes people engaged, but like this is just so the beautiful.
The like, visual nature of the performance matches the treatment that they gave this song on the album, which is like darker and like I don't want to say, distant, echoey, all of that. I do think that Gaga is just performing and being herself, like we were talking about, and the camera is like doing this really excellent job of capturing that. But like still in moments, you can tell when she's like performing more for the camera versus the audience. Like she knows she's a professional, she knows what she's doing. And here, I think is in the center of the show is when she's doing neither.
Yeah.
This feels like a very private moment, and she doesn't seem super aware of the camera. The audience can't even see her really.
Right.
Because she's sort of like twisted around in the bed at one point, looking up, like they can't even see her mouth, her face. And so, again, the camera person does an incredible job here. It's like stunning, capturing her in this like private moment, turned public for this special. But I was very moved by this performance.
Same.
And what I really loved was as it closes, there's kind of a lamp strewn about the floor with the bulb next to the television where Tony's face is, and all the lights kind of fade. The one that she's staring up to from the sky, in that orangey, like incandescent light bulb glows really bright orange, and it's like the only light on stage, and then dies.
Yeah.
And it kind of like, it feels like the end of an act in itself, and speaks to, I think, what she wanted this performance to be, and they achieved what I think she wanted it to be, which was a moment for Tony that isn't a like maudlin necessarily. Well, it is in a way, but it's not. It's not. She's not talking about him. She doesn't have to.
I just welled up hearing you describe that.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
thank you. I actually directed this part of the special, but it is kind of this thing of the subtlety. It speaks volumes,
right? And if you directed that part, I directed this next part that's coming up.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Yes. And these going back to back is psychotic.
Yeah. Mama.
The title card says the king wears a funny suit.
Correct.
Or in this case, a flouncy overdress.
Yeah, I love this look too. Close second for favorite.
Yeah. This one might be mine. I think this is mine. Yeah.
Yeah. It's so good. And she's got the little white shoes again, and the little socks and the under things. You can see her bra. Like, it's just so good. Yeah.
And this time she has a guitar across her chest to play your favorite Lady Gaga song of all time.
Yes. The Joker.
Yeah.
I was telling Tom too in my moment of I don't know,
wistfulness.
Ecstasy. Yeah, last night when I was like, it's so defiant, this performance. It's like she's like, the Joker is me. Like the only thing you're hearing about this movie is actually about me and how I'm underutilized, and they kind of blew the opportunity. Yeah. She's like, the Joker is me, girl. Like,
especially,
and it's kind of this like defiant thing, because like the movie hadn't really, like, the impact hadn't really hit yet, but Gaga knew it was coming.
Oh, totally.
She believed in the project,
and like,
sure.
Regardless of that, she herself was like, I wasn't like making something up for Lee,
right?
The character I played, as much as I was in the past, I was actually pulling from my experience,
right?
So it is like the Joker's been like, there's multiple layers to that.
Yeah. And this is like, this is so, I mean, she is a rock star. We know this, but she is going off. She sounds
funny,
incredible.
And she looks tiny.
She's electric. Like, she is just in the band. They're really just rocking out.
Like popping off.
She's put your hands up. Yeah. She's on the ground. When this one ends, the lighting, it looks like the corner of the apartment's ablaze because of that incandescent in her face, and she's like, like,
right,
yeah, oh, man.
The use of like the cool and warm does a lot for her and this whole special, I think.
Yeah,
and then she does the deep cut from Anastasia.
Yes, oh my god,
Folie à deux.
And like many a contentious Gaga song, once you see it live, you get it.
Absolutely.
I was like, oh, this is great.
Mm-hmm. And like, again, like the lilting quality of it with her physicality sells it in a different way.
And her doing this kind of like play dancey, marionette-y, wobbly, puppety.
She really goes through in this act like 3 very different like emotional journeys.
Right.
Or maybe it's one journey, but 3 different very distinct pieces.
Yes.
Where one is sort of like grieving and mournful, and then the other is sort of like enraged and
it's almost like
yeah,
the fool in her private chambers, and then she emerges
totally
to do the thing that she does.
Yeah, that's a really apt way of putting it. Yeah, I love that. Like before she's entertaining, she's like wallowing.
Yeah, like deeply sad.
And then we're gonna like bring it home with Act 4, I guess.
We're gonna build a mountain.
We're gonna build a mountain. So the title card says, "Gonna build me a heaven from a little hell,"
which is exactly what we were just saying. Yeah, this whole section is like spiritual,
and yeah, like
it's like we're going to church.
The most, not that she's not incredible for this entire thing. The vocal performance across these last 4 songs is crazy.
Yeah.
And the variance in tone and characterization of her voice is insane, and such a testament to her talent and how she makes her voice an instrument.
Yeah.
Gonna Build a Mountain is also just one of my favorites from the album. So she can do no wrong performing it for me.
And she's at the piano. Yeah. In a cardigan.
Which is where we're comfortable seeing her there, you know, in this like different way. We know what that is and like who she is there. But so there is like a groundedness.
I do think that, you know, the Variety review, they were onto something where they're like, you know, we've kind of gotten accustomed to Gaga playing with a jazz band.
Yeah.
Like jazz and piano, but this is different.
Oh, it's completely different. Yeah.
Like seeing her at a piano in this context, like I was like, oh yeah, this is a band. Like, you know, like it didn't feel like Gaga and her band. Like it felt like a band that she was a part of. Totally.
The way the band is featured lends itself to that. And they're not like in shadow.
No,
the whole time. There are moments where they definitely are, but I guess what I mean is when she sits at the piano, I sense a difference in her.
Oh,
like
totally.
Her groundedness and, you know, she loves objects when she performs. She loves a prop.
She does. Yeah.
So, you know, she had the rag doll, and then at one point she like has a plastic hanger that she's just
oh my God. Yeah.
The pillow, you know, that kind of thing. But here it's like, this isn't a prop, it's a tool, but
it's the bricks and strings.
Yes. And it really like centers her energy, I feel.
Totally.
And then she does Close to You,
which is so special.
I just think of Michael in the audience.
Her little hand.
Backstage.
Her little wave.
I'm like, I know who you're waving to, honey.
Yeah.
And his name.
And the little clown pin on her cardigan.
So it's so cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Close to You is one of those songs too where I'm like, do it again.
Yeah.
It like goes by and I'm like, wait, there's not more. Like, how are we? That was another like highlight for me, was her performance of that. But yeah, beautiful, stunning, no notes, perfect song.
Yeah.
And then we get the title card that has the Happy Mistake lyric. I'm acting in this play of comedy with tragic words. And then we get the song, the best Lady Gaga song of all time.
She talks, right, a little bit, where she's like about, you know, there was a time in my life where I ever thought if I was going to be happy, it would be on accident. Yeah. Oof.
Yeah.
The vocal delivery is incredible.
Yeah, and I love the way this is filmed. Another like intimate kind of moment. It feels a lot like what they did on Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah. And it has this kind of like swirling, like, captivating quality.
Yeah. And it just, I use this word a lot on this show, I realize, which is congruence. And I talk a lot about when something is like misaligned or it is aligned, and like all of these pieces of a product and the way that they like match up or don't. And I think what's so successful about this whole special, and particularly when we're talking about the 2 live performances of Happy Mistake we have, the performance, the shooting, the lighting, all of it matches the production of the song so perfectly that it feels, it's like the atmosphere of the performance and like the edit is the same as the atmosphere of the song. And I think she does that throughout this special, which only highlights how incredibly produced these arrangements are, and like well considered. Like, I don't know, she does the music justice in a different way through this, through the visuals of this show, I think. I don't know, like I appreciate all of these songs way more because I was like feeling them differently. I don't know.
100%. Yeah. And it's to the point now where it's like, I love Harlequin, the album, and I listen to it all the time, but now I'm like, oh, I'm just going to watch this.
Right.
Or like have this playing in the background. Like if I'm going to listen to the album top to bottom anyways, like this is
why not?
The format now. Yeah.
Yeah. There's something
iconic performance.
Yeah.
I mean, she sounds her again. I think one of the reasons that we relate to this song so much is like it tracks from how she's like talked about her experience, her entire career, and it's like this synthesized, like kind of perfect song for that. But it also features her voice in like its full breadth and ability and capability, like in a way that, like, you know, when people think Lady Gaga classics, like they're not necessarily, and when I say people, I mean like the general public, they're thinking like Poker Face and Just Dance, which of course she's singing, but like this is a song where it's like, oh wow, she has so much capability
and control.
Yeah. She doesn't get credit for that all the time, I don't think. She's like known for being like too showy, which like she can't not be.
No,
like I saw
so
a funny tweet that it was like, this is like theater kid with dream budget, like
absolutely
out of the cages. Like, I
have more to say on this once we get through this last song, because like in hindsight, I feel like, but then she does That's Life to close the show. And, you know, that's how the album closes too. We talked about this in our last episode, or in our Revisiting Harlequin episode, just the way that these lyrics relate to her life, the way that this song following Happy Mistake just makes sense. And there's like such a triumphant nature to this performance as well. Right. Like she knows that the last hour was profoundly incredible.
Yeah. Well, and she's like, sometimes fucked up shit happens and that's life.
Right. There is this like vaguely, like indulging her like nihilistic sensibilities.
Right.
Through the music, but also through the way that she speaks. It's interesting.
And the title card saying, I'm going to change their tune when I'm back on top in June. It's so knowing and tongue in cheek because she knows she's about to rock the world with Mayhem. And it's this funny thing where she's like, yeah, girl, like, I know they're going to rake me over the coals for this, for Joker, whatever, but like, it's a blip.
Right.
Like she knew she's walking away from this A-okay.
Absolutely. I mean, again, it's like this was recorded before, like, it's insane when I really think about it. After Die With a Smile comes out, before Abracadabra music video at the Grammy moment, like
before Abracadabra is even shot, I think.
It's just insane to think that like this kind of excellence was happening and like we're just now seeing it.
Right. And that people were just kind of like skirting over it. Like, when it was happening. Yeah.
And that's why I'm like glad that they pushed out this release I don't know what the original plan was. Like, it doesn't really matter at this point. The post on YouTube of this special is a collaborative post between Gaga and YouTube. So I don't know if YouTube had a play in it, a hand in it, but pushing it out this far gives it the space to like be lauded for how incredible it is.
Yeah.
Without getting like so swept.
Yeah.
Like the album was.
Well, and, you know, because we are the resident Gaga girls of Chicago, when we do make a public outing, people feel inclined to share their opinions.
Of course.
And I will say last night, many a folk had to let us know that they did watch Harlequin live one night only and loved it.
Yeah. I mean, again, going back to my like obsession with this idea of alignment, congruence, like everything was at the same level of excellence here, and like on this in the same tone. She had like such control yet abandon.
Yeah, well, because she was really in it.
Yeah.
And like just being her. It's like she wasn't being anything. You know, like there wasn't like it wasn't we say that like the characterized vocals and stuff, but it's like this was the vehicle and the vessel for her to just like have fun and play and be a doom jazz singer, you know, like
I wonder what
rock,
we would have
jazz, funk, gospel.
Yeah.
It's everything.
It's funny because we started our show around when Die With a Smile came out. And obviously this happened a little bit after that. But I remember early on in creating this show, we talked about where we thought Gaga was at the time, like in this anticipation of LG7, and with like, we knew she was in the movie and everything, but we didn't know about Harlequin. And we talked a lot about how, based on what she's saying at the time, a little over a year ago, it seems like the boundaries between like the artist, the performer, the person are kind of like fading, and she's like sort of integrating. And then we've gotten some press this year that has kind of plays up the boundaries between those identities too, where it's like, well, I'm the person and Gaga, or I'm the artist and Gaga is the product, and, you know, and all of that. But ultimately everything that she's doing with Mayhem and what she has done with Harlequin, and this special points it out perfectly, illuminates that integration so clearly. And earlier I said that this is Gaga doing Lady. And I do feel like Mayhem is Lady doing Gaga, which is just like her being able to just be, and not, it doesn't feel like everything is an angle anymore. Not that it was like that all the time previously, but we know that there was a huge upheaval of the Gaga brand and like management stuff, and making the public love her again, and making the public believe that she's a good singer or something. And now we're on the other side of this, where it's like, no, she's just a legend and she can kind of do what she wants because it will always just be good and legendary, and everyone will think so.
And it's like, I wonder, I mean, maybe this is a silly question and maybe it will answer itself as I just say it, but I wonder if that's because like the person who is kind of like producing her career is also her life partner. So it's like they understand what works for her and their life together. And it's like, that might be why it's like clear.
I definitely feel like that's why. And I think, you know,
I guess I'm kind of talking around all of the, I don't know, I guess it's fair to say accusations at this point that some fans think that Michael is like too involved, or like putting her in like a conservatorship or something. And it's like,
but it's like, we wouldn't have this triumphant moment without that comfort that she feels, because again, it's through that comfort that she can have the abandon of a true artist. And like without security, she can't. Yeah, I'm over that narrative.
It's very immature. It's like, have you lived life and like experienced partnership?
Yeah. And it's also annoying because it's the opposite of what people were saying in 2022. People were like, oh my gosh, the Chromatica ball feels different than Chromatica. Like she's in it in this different way. And like, what's happening? Like what's shifting? And people are like, she has security. She has this relationship. This person is really good for her. We're sensing that. And like, that's exciting. And then it was really exciting when, you know, people were like, let's build statues of Michael Polanski a year ago. And now it's kind of like some of these fans are I think they're just complaining to complain.
Right.
But you can't have it both ways.
No, you really can't.
No, like, yeah. She could be doing a ton of things she doesn't want to do. And then you'd be like, it doesn't seem like she's fully present.
Right.
Yeah.
I know. It's so silly.
But yeah, I mean,
well, and if Morning View Productions is Gaga and Michael together, I'm excited to see where that goes.
I know. If this was a taste of their abilities in selecting the right camera person and the right set deck and and all of that stuff together and like really thinking through all of those decisions, I can't wait to see what they do together in the future. And like Mayhem Ball tour film when?
Documentary? Yeah. Well, you know, when it happens, we will be screening.
Yeah.
We'll be screening it.
Yeah. What a great way to kick off the new year with a very perfect piece of Gaga media.
Yeah. I literally have no notes. I told you last night. I'm like, I think it's the best thing she's ever done. It's like top to bottom. Like it's the best thing she's ever done.
It's like one of the most important things she's ever done, totally. I think. And I hope a lot of people see it.
Right. I think it like deeply speaks to me because I grew up in a household where I was like a performer from a very young age and like surrounded by performers. And like, I don't know, it just like really spoke to that joyful, like rebellious spirit of like being on a stage and being unencumbered by like existential dread and being an adult and like the harsh realities of the world, you know, and just this like wild abandon to like be a star.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it just like makes sense. And you don't have to think about the logistics of like, how does that happen? Or like, is that even something I should want? You know? It just like so clearly spoke to like my little, I don't know. I also like, you know, I say like, I'm not musical theater, but like I'm MT adjacent and like took singing lessons my whole life and was a dancer and still am. And it just like, it's so clear that you can tell that Gaga wanted it so bad and so hard. And she wasn't getting it when she was young, you know. It's like when she talks about all of those experiences, like being bullied for being the kid that was just like too in it. It's like, it tracks. Like, I don't know. I saw like the wounded kid. Yeah. But in this like kind of triumphant moment, this like reclamation.
I think more broadly, a lot of people identify with that, like Gaga's story of sort of like self-liberation, but like a little bit more specifically, but still more broadly than you were saying about your own experience, like her queer fan base and like the sort of, like I think about like our group of friends and like our acquaintances and stuff. And there's not a single like queer person we know that wasn't like daydreaming up being famous when they were little as an escape from more dire circumstances. And so I think her story and like this kind of like happy mistake, Lower East Side crash out aesthetic speaks a lot to this like the realization that you just kind of have to do it yourself if you want to make it happen, but also an indulgence of the child, like you're talking about yourself, the child that like craves that like acceptance and like acclaim in a way.
Well, it like made me think of like, it's like I get home from work at like fucking 1 a.m. and I'm like doing laundry and it's like, what am I doing? I'm like, I am singing that entertainment to myself in my apartment. Like, like in our purest, rawest form, like that's who we are.
I know. And I think that again, it's like I don't know. I'm just like, I've been there, girl. Right. You know what I mean? Been there, girl. And it's been there pretty recently. And And I
her
definitely
standing on
relate.
top of the piano made
Yeah.
me think of like when I was a little kid, there was like a stump in our yard, and I would like go out there with my binky, my pacifier, and I would stand on the stump and I would take it out and I'd go, ladies and gentlemen.
Of course.
Yeah. And I was
Ladies
like,
and gentlemen.
yes. Yeah. Right. And like seeing her stand on the piano, I was like, that is that.
Yeah.
It's like it's the showbiz bug.
Mm-hmm. For me, I think I resonated most with those World on a String and Smile moments where it's sort of like you're kind of in a where I shouldn't say you. I am kind of in a like my internal world is so like rich that I'm like I'm sort of leaning into the melancholy and pressing on the bruises in the isolation of my own apartment because it's like safe and I know that I can walk back from the ledge, for lack of better expression. And that's always what I've seen in Gaga that I resonate with too, is this like deep emotional quality that also comes with like an insane resilience. Not that I'm calling myself insanely resilient or anything, but like
her pairing this as like a holiday thing and being like, Merry Christmas Eve. It's like she is speaking to that person that is alone. And
totally.
Like that there is, and that's why it's like it makes sense as a Christmas album, because there is, like we said with the Muppet special, there is this twinge of melancholy that accompanies the holiday season. Like there's this undercurrent of sadness.
Yeah, and I know I'm confident that Kermit and Miss Piggy were in the audience.
Oh,
reminiscing.
Low key, Miss Piggy was probably crumpled up in one of those piles of shit on the floor.
Right.
They were like stepping on her.
Right.
They did our girl nasty.
The only thing that we didn't get in this special was Gaga turning to a puppet and saying, "Do you ever feel sad?" Which
she was the lonely puppet.
In this one night only, she was she was asking herself that.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's our episode. And remember, a pearl a day keeps the manic depressive show tunes at bay.
Exactly.
Bye.
Bye.
Let you